I had never been to one where you were constantly scrutiny. I mean, of course, this was a very tense trial.
That book doesn't relate. Oh, that's that other.
Well, this all relates because
Candidate for district attorney. And just as a reminder, we have asked the candidates tonight to focus themselves on why they should be your next district attorney, not to talk about why their opponent should not be, but to talk about why they should be your next district attorney. To that end, we have solicited questions from the public, and we have 20-some-odd questions that we just asked Joyce Dudley. We're now going to ask those of her opponent, Josh LYNN. And like with Ms. Dudley, we're going to ask Mr. LYNN to come and join us up front and introduce himself in an opening statement, if you will.
I'm Josh LYNN. I am running for district attorney, and it's nice to see you all here tonight, taking time out of your evening to come and spend it with us. This is a slightly different format, but the spirit is the same, I think, just trying to let you, the public, know what we're all about. So I've been working in the district attorney's office for 15 years. I grew up right up the street here in Santa Barbara. I've been here all my life, except for when I went to law school and when I went to Calif for justice. Sometimes, as in the Hollywood case, justice takes years and years, but when we finally get there, that's what makes all of us at the district attorney's office very, very proud.
Do you believe that the district attorney's office's resources are fairly allocated between the North and South counties, and how, if at all, would that change under your administration?
The answer is yes. I think that they are now. I think traditionally, first of all, in the last 10 years, the population growth in the North County, particularly in Santa Maria, has outpaced Santa Barbara. And so for many years, there were more deputy district attorneys in Santa Barbara proportionally than up north. When I became the acting district attorney in October of last year, I changed that because we had 7 people leave the district attorney's office. We had an opportunity to change that imbalance, and I did change that, and as of now, we're very even in terms of our resources, north and south.
the pretrial motions for Anita's case, one of the things that really upset me was the fact that the police department, I followed the Van Dam trial, the Westerfield trial down in San Diego, so I could prepare for her trial. And one of the things is they had Westerfield in a room, you could see all the body language and you could hear the interrogation, all of it. And what happened was here, when Gordon Auchincloss got up, well, and Sanger was going, can we, and of course Ben's going, oh my God, this is another OJ. Like,
well,
I really,
pardon me, I was going to say thanks,
well,
John.
It wasn't that.
it wasn't that bad, but
it could have been.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it's like, that's not what you do to people like him. You spend all that money to get to where he is, and then put him through that.
I've been trying to get Mr. LYNN on television here for 2 weeks, and he keeps dodging.
What do you mean on television?
I do a television show.
Which one?
It's called On Second Thought. It's in Santa Maria. Yeah, on the internet, secondthought.tv.
Well, good night, guys. I got to be somewhere.
Okay, well,
Mr. LYNN,
Yeah, hi.
well, you got a minute now?
What's that?
Oh, I was just going to
Oh, here. What's that?
yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Nice to see you again.
And I never got to speak to him until it was all over with. This is about the second time.
You said that last Thursday. I told you guys tell the truth, and that disturbs you because you didn't call me back like you said you would.
You're actually right. It is on your side.
Thursday, you said you called me back. You said you did this guy.
I feel threatened by you right now. I don't want you around me. I don't want you around me. I'm asking you to please leave me alone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I always,
I appreciate
and
you.
my candidate, thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
Did you get that on tape?
I certainly did.
Yeah, you guys are very
Good.
Didn't hear my boat. That kind of attitude.
Sit down. Okay, another so-called forum debate between Ms. Dudley and Mr. LYNN. Again, Mr. LYNN dodges any attempt to ask him any direct questions. But to be fair, in all these things, all the questions have been screened and pre-screened by people involved in law enforcement. In none of these cases have we seen anybody being allowed to ask a random question that hasn't been pre-screened. And this is what we get for elections. Some people would call it a dog and pony show. Mr. LYNN has avoided several times our interview. So we're going to have to run that guerrilla interview of him going into the bar and dodging the voters. William Wagener at the library in Santa Barbara.